Everybody, welcome to the Cheesebread video review for Dragon Age. We're gonna talk about some stuff that we liked and we didn't like about this game. First of all, we should probably say what platforms it came out for. Obviously the best, this one right here. PC, yes, the best one. And it also came out for 360 and PS3. Made by
BioWare.
Oh, that's
creators of Mass Effect as well as Knights of the Old Republic. Some of the greatest games around.
They're okay. Yeah.
They're special.
The RPGs.
They're special.
Okay. Well, first of all, we should talk about, I don't know, maybe graphics.
Well, first of all, this is Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm Cody. Now we can continue.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Well, what stuff did you like about this game?
Well, definitely biggest thing for me is a story. Great story. Loved it.
That's what BioWare's good at.
Exactly.
Have they made a game without a good story?
Not lately.
No, not lately.
I only got into BioWare at Knights of the Republic, so I can't say anything before that, if they ever made anything before that. So, but Knights of the Republic on, best games ever. Yes.
Ever?
Ever.
Yeah. But how's Dragon Age compared to that stuff?
Dragon Age, top notch. Loved it. Story, big epic feel to it. I loved it. It just makes me feel like a badass when I'm playing.
Yeah, like you actually have like an impact. That's what's cool. It's like you have to make choices, and like some are good, some are bad, some are kind of even like in between. You actually have to think about them. Like you actually have to think how your choices are going to impact the world.
Yeah,
because it does.
It shapes the way your whole story goes. By say you kill this guy off, well, you can't have him as an ally later, but something else pops up in his place.
Hey, but maybe he was a d-bag. You know, maybe you don't want him in your party, so
Exactly.
you be a jerk to him. You get that choice.
Yeah,
you can be nice to him. You can give him gifts to make him like you more.
And have sex with him later. If you're strange like that.
Yeah, if you
like them, man, it's okay.
Damn it, got burnt on video. This is not good. I think one of the really cool things about this game is how long it took to play.
Yes.
I have not played a game. I have not got into a game like this for many years. I myself put 56 hours into my first playthrough, which I hope to do it again a couple more times.
That's a wicked long playthrough, but I agree it is a long, fun game to play. And, you know, even if you beat it once, there's so many different ways you start that you can, you know, do it a different way another time, or different character, different style. And just the way you go through the game, you can change your decisions up, and you know, you always want to figure out every little nuance of the game. It's a lot of fun like that.
Yeah, like there's what, 3 classes, like human, dwarves, and elves. And like each race has their own classes.
Yes.
And each class has like their own origin story, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's for the most part, I mean, like for a mage, you have the same origin story for human and elves, or pretty close, I think. But like even like if you play like the same character again after you play it like for the second time, it could still be like almost a completely different game, which is so cool. It just make different choices throughout the game, and it's gonna be completely different. Like I know I was talking with a buddy at work, and he had a completely different ending than I did. He had characters that died off like earlier in the game, and I was like, man, they were like very key characters in my game.
They were key to my story and my fighting abilities.
Like I love that. It makes you feel for the game, right? Like you feel for characters.
Well, exactly. A game that makes you feel for the characters that you're playing as and with, that's what makes a good game. If you care about what happens in that game. Yeah. And BioWare has done that for
every game. Ever since like Baldur's Gate in like the early 90s.
And you know what? That's what makes a good game. That's really what keeps me interested in the game, playing it for 25 plus hours of playthrough. Yeah.
And BioWare is just phenomenal at that.
Their stories just suck you in, and they keep you there right to the last little bit.
I have to point out the amount of blood that's in this game. There is so much blood. You'll get into fights, and like the fights are pretty gruesome. Like you'll chop guys' heads off. You'll jump up on an ogre and like stab him in the chest, and then like get up there and just like keep slashing at his head. It goes in slow motion for some of this stuff, which is
that's
pretty
the best
deadly.
Thing.
Oh man! Every time I got killed an ogre in slow motion, I was just like, I've switched that character, zoomed right in. I was like, this is awesome. Even if it was like the 20th time, I was like, it's still as good as the first. Yeah. I was so impressed with that. Ruled. Oh man. Don't you find it annoying though sometimes when your character is actually...
Zevran stole every dragon kill I ever had. That little bastard. but it looked awesome when he was doing it.
He was the rogue, right?
Yeah, the assassin.
The assassin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was not a fan favorite and party favorite in my group.
Well, I found he could be very useful in some roles. Some roles he wasn't.
Oh,
I found really big fights. If it was against one character, he was super handy because he's a very sneaky guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the assassin works is you can get extra damage for if the boss, say it's a boss and he's looking at somebody else, he gets an attack from behind. He does massive critical damage.
Yeah, that's cool. Like there's different classes. Each class is very distinct and very good at what they do. You always want to have each one of the class members in your party because they're all very valuable to you.
Yeah.
But enough of the stuff that we liked. Because obviously we really like this game. I mean, the graphics are good. Gameplay is good. Controls are pretty solid. On the PC, you got the mouse and keyboard. Obviously a little bit different than the 360 version.
Xbox and PS3, they both had great controls. Very solid, very smooth, very easy to use. The interfaces were awesome. Nothing really clunky at all. So, you know.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah, exactly. You could...
Pretty cool. This is also BioWare's first multi-platform game through all of them, or is it not?
I think so.
Because they had like Jade Empire and stuff, but I think that was only for
Xbox and PC.
PC and Xbox. Okay. So yeah, pretty good job all around anyway for BioWare. Kudos to them, right?
I believe it's their first foray in the PlayStation
True.
area, and they said they enjoyed it.
Good. Did better than what's that other game, Bayonetta, that had a little bit of problems with on the PS3. But the stuff that you didn't like, is there anything that you didn't like?
Console version, I did have a couple gripes. Biggest one being the muddy textures on characters.
Yeah,
certain characters, clothing, especially non-playable characters that didn't have armor. Like the armors were usually pretty good. They usually had fairly high resolution. But then you go to a queen or something and her dress, very like everything seems low resolution, muddy, not a lot of detail in those textures. Something that really bothers me.
And then you saw my PC version, but it actually looked
pretty
angry. Nice. You know, it is PC, so you have the best graphics.
The PC version definitely has the best look to it.
But also, the PC version also had some pretty horrible load times. And it was even between some simple areas, just between like this first and second level and the Dwarf City. I was sitting there for like a minute just to load the new level. It was pretty crazy. And I don't know why that's there. I mean, PC, it should be pretty well optimized for even like higher end PCs, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That's
all right. Well, we gotta wrap it up. This is our review of Dragon Age. Would you recommend it?
Oh hell yeah! Out of 10, what would you give this game?
I would definitely give it a solid 9.
Yeah,
it's one of the best games I've played in a long time.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to say 9.5 out of 10. I play the PC version, and it's probably got the extra little edge, I think, graphics-wise and controls-wise, over the console versions.
Absolutely, but if you're a console owner, definitely pick this one up.
Nothing wrong with the console. So go out there and get that game, and make sure to check out cheesebreadgames.com.
Peace out.